Welcome to this video of concave shoemaking variants, this time with myself, Mark Caldwell, FWCF, and in this video we'll be making and fitting a pair of concave hind shoes on the job at the horse. First task is the toe bends. Produce a nice even uniform toe bend either side of your center mark, which is usually about 1/8 of an inch off center. Note that the hammer blows are not heavy forging but light, gentle caressing of the material, as concave tends to buckle and twist. Once formed, edge up the toe end of the shoe, the so-called anti-overreach edge for safety, and lock off the bend at the position of the toenails in order to keep the branches of the shoe straight and uniform and coming off the toe radius. Repeat the process with the other shoe. Nice, gentle, even strokes working your way from one edge of the center to the opposite side. Try and keep the material level and unbuckled at all times. Make sure the toe radius is uniform. Safe off the toe. And lock off the branch at the end of the toe radius, roughly at the position of the toenails. Make sure the branches are level and parallel. The next stage is to form the outside heel, bend the branch, stamp and nail holes. At the end of the shoe, and work the edge of the heel back towards the center of the material. Check the heel off to the angle of the frog and the buttress of the heel. Level it, bend the quarter. As the quarter bends and reaches the anvil, lower the left hand. Level the shoe with overlapping blows from toe to heel. Adjust the shape accordingly by tightening the toe, pulling out at the quarter, and lowering the left hand as you follow through with the heel. Level. Stamp the nail holes, toenail across the inner web of the section, heel nail just in front of the widest point of the shoe, third nail in between the two toe and heel nails. Pritchel to clear through, and clear through ensuring that the hole is adequate for the right size nail for both the section of material and the foot. Level the shoe again. Excuse me. Oh dear. Place back in the fire to heat up the opposite branch. Repeat the process with the other shoe. Forge the heel, bend the branch, stamp and nail holes. Forging the outer edge towards the center of the material. The inner edge of the heel checked off to correspond with the angle of the frog and the heel buttress and bars. Level, bend the branch. As the quarters start to bend and they touch the bick of the anvil, start to lower the left hand, adjust the shape in the quarters and follow through. Check the shape, ensuring that the heel lines up approximately with the position of the toenail. Stamp with the toenail across the inner border of the section. Heel nail again just in front of the widest point of the shoe, and split them for the third nail hole. Level, overlapping blows back towards the toe. Hammer box from the heel to the quarter. Nice and gently blend it in. Adjust the shape. Forge out any distortions in the material. Check the branch for alignment. The next stage is forging the inside heel. As there's a little bit more work to do to the inside heel, I would generally like to do the inside branch in 2 heats, ensuring that the inner heel is finished. So from approximately the quarter, start to narrow up the section, fold over the fuller groove so it meets the center of the material, forge the inside edge away from the frog at the angle of the frog and the heel and the bars. Blend the 2 edges together, level. Try and get as much of this finished as possible so that you don't have to rasp. Reconfirm the toe bend radius, making sure that the branch is straight and parallel, and reheat in preparation for bending. Repeat the process with the other shoe. Forge to the center of the material, bring a gradual taper to the whole branch. Fold over the ground surface edge of the fuller groove till it meets the center of the material. Blend the 2 sides of the heel together to meet in the center of the material. This is important when you're fitting because the center line of your safed off inside heel will take your eye when you're fitting. Ensure that the shoe is level. Forge it back with overlapping blows. Again, reconfirm the toe bend radius, making sure that the branch is level and parallel along its entire length. Bend the inside branch. Put the quarter in. As the quarter starts to form, lower the tongue hand. Push it on at the toenail. Gradually adjust the shape around the quarter. Level. Gentle overlapping blows. Final adjustments to the shape of the toe in the branch. Concave should be treated with respect, not forged too heavily. Stamp the nail holes, inside toenail opposite the outside toenail, inside heel nail again just in front of the widest point of the shoe. Split them with a 3rd. Pritchel through. Oh, oh, no good for a grey-haired old fat man tool dropping. Remove any burrs. Level the shoe. Check and adjust the shape in preparation for clipping. Reheat. It's usually an idea to reheat the branch that you've just bent and to save time and be more efficient. Repeat this process with the other shoe on the medial branch. Uniform heat along its length. Position the shoe to bend to quarters. As the quarter bends, lower the left hand. Keep the shoe level. Adjust the shape by adjusting it from the toe to the quarter and then from the quarter to the heel. Shoemaking is just the same as fitting. Ensure that the toe bend radius is right, and then from the toe bend to the quarters, and then the last thing to worry about is the position and the radius of the heels. Stamp the nail holes. Clear through with the Pritchell. Good solid blows. Note that the shoe is at a black heat. This tends to give you a much better exit hole. Whereas if they're too hot and you're pulling the Pritchell back through, you tend to pull material back into the hole. Overlapping blows to level. Check and adjust the shape in preparation for clipping. Clipping method is one of individual preference. You can use either a bob punch or a cross pane or ball peen hammer. In this instance we're using a bob punch. Place in between the nail holes, forge down into the section and push out to produce a small bubble. Get a firm grip on the shoe, pull the base. As you start to draw the clip, rotate the tongue hand and the clip will draw and form to the desired shape and size. If you keep this type of grip on the shoe when you're drawing the clip, you'll find that you get less distortion behind it. Level the shoe either side of the clip. Before you lay the clip on, make any adjustments to the shape that you need. Lay the clip onto the angle of the wall. Repeat the process on the other side. Nice good uniform heat. Bob punch in between the two nail holes. Down into the section and then push it out at an angle to create the bubble that's going to form the base of the clip. Level up behind it. The width of the bubble over the clipping face of the anvil. Gently pull the top of the shoe down to form the base. As the base reaches the foot surface of the shoe, begin to rotate your hand to draw the clip out to the desired length, width and depth. The rotating of your hand not only helps to draw the clip but also helps to angle it, and it requires less effort to lay the clip onto the angle of the wall. Minor adjustments to the shape that where it's distorted during the clipping process. Make sure that it is to shape and that it's level. Clips laid onto the angle of the wall. And repeat the process for the other side. With concave shoemaking, if you take your time and stick to a solid process that's repeatable every time, then you save time when it comes to fitting the shoe. Because you will have made the shoe to conform to the outline shape of the shoe, of the foot. Draw your second clip in the same way as you did the other clip. Level behind the clip and at the back of it. Reinforce the radius of the toe. Adjust the shape. Lay the clip onto the angle of the wall. And time to trot over to the horse and have a quick little look. Remember that the heat in the shoe is there to adjust the shape of the shoe rather than burn the foot. So try not to have it too hot when you fit into the foot. Don't have it on there too long, you'll burn the foot and reduce it in size and risk pain and injury. And usually a uniform black heat is a sufficient heat for you to be able to check the fit. Second clip on the other shoe. Good firm hold of the shoe. The top of the fuller groove down to form the base of the clip. Rotate the hand and draw the clip. Level either side of the clip and behind it. Adjust the toe radius. Any adjustments to shape and lay the clip onto the angle of the wall. Make sure it's level. Check for fit and size. Obviously I was quite happy with that. Last and final heat. The minor adjustments. And these really should be quite minor, reaffirming radiuses and angles, making sure that the clips are on at the right angle, the shoe is level, nail holes are clean and clear, the shape corresponds to the outer shape of the hoof wall. The heels of the shoe are in full contact with the heels of the foot. Any safety features are enhanced, including the anti-brushing edge on the inside and the anti-overreach edge on the toe. No lumps or bumps. Nice and level. Ready for a final fit. Checking all the way around the border of the shoe. Clips should be burnt in so that they're flush with the hoof wall. Last minor adjustment. Pull the Having rasped up and linished the shoe, check for final fit and adjustments, and attach safely and securely with suitable size nails. This fit is described in the UK as a leisure horse fit with a little bit of length and width rather than a peripheral outline fit of the traditional hunter type. But you can see a good, clean, uniform, symmetrical shoe, nail holes in the correct position so that they'll enter through the white line and attach about a third of the way up the hoof wall. When the shoe fits, it's a lot easier to nail on with a uniform height. And you go, nails approximately a third of the way up the hoof wall, clips flush with the wall, just set slightly behind the toe but still following the toe radius. Good uniform fit around the outside with a little extra material to stand on, symmetrical branches, solid, practical, everyday, balanced, symmetrical foot, with a shoe on to last a shoe cycle of approximately 4 to 5 weeks.